I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right. Good morning. I am Manningsman, and this is I Am Sure Sports. So accustomed to doing live videos now. So sometimes you take a little tweaking, a little moving of things to get back into the groove. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. It is I Am Sure Sports, and as I said earlier, I am your host, Maninsman. Looking forward to a great time today as we'll be having a discussion with a former reggae boy. In fact, one of those players who helped in the qualification of our senior men's national team in their first ever World Cup appearance. We're having some technical difficulties as he tries to get on to the stream. He's having some difficulties doing that, so we're going to try and fix that in the background and then see if we can get him up and running on the program. In the meantime, I just want to encourage you to continue to look to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from the Lord who has made the heavens and the earth. He keeps you and he never ever slumbers and he never ever sleeps. He's a good God all the time, and all the time he's good in spite of life's many, many challenges and many, many difficulties. All right. Still having some challenges with our guests. So, but we are going to sort it out. Um, in short order. We are going to fix it, and then we will have him join the show. But let me just use the opportunity to give you today's nugget. Today's nugget is very simple. All right, it's very hard to convince a monkey that honey is sweeter than banana. That's an African proverb. It says it's very difficult, very hard to convince a monkey that honey is sweeter than a banana. And what that proverb teaches is that when people become comfortable in their areas of comfort, it is very hard to get them outside of their comfort zone, right? And so I want to challenge you today to, if you want to make progress in life, then one of the things you should aspire to do is step outside of your comfort zone. It cannot be the same mundane upper modus operandi. You have to begin to change and make adjustments in your personal lives if you want to see growth and development, because self development demands great self discipline. And until we can discipline ourselves in new zones, in new areas, our progress will be limited. All right. So continue to progress in life, continue to step outside of your comfort zone. And you never know. You understand me? You may, yeah. Uh, yeah, you may never know, you may enter into a new realm of possibility somewhere you have never been before. All right, so yeah, like I said, we're still having a little bit of difficulty with our guests. Want to welcome all of you to the platform. I see Unseen Sports TV. Fedea, the great one. He's God. That's the great one. I am just a simple young man just trying to make a difference in this world. Big up yourself, Unseen Sports TV. To all of the persons there on the platform this morning, want to say a big up to you. I see my friend before the game, my Arsenal colleague, um, Trinidad and Tobago native, now a successful coach over there in Carolina. That is on the north side of the Carolinas, where he has impact and changed many lives of many young people. Good coach, and we will call him before the game for now. All right. Supposed to be connecting me with someone from Trinidad shortly. We'll see how that works. All right. If you're watching the platform and this is your first time watching our platform, we ask you to hit the like button as you come on to the stream. Make sure you also share the video. Make sure you subscribe as well. And feel free, yeah, and make sure you like the video, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All right, make sure you do that. No, I don't want to delay, because this is such an important discussion that we are going to have, and our guest is having some challenges, I think, connecting right now. All right, so we are going to use the opportunity to have our guests, yeah, basically, uh, probably come in on phone, and then after that we will see if we can sort it out. I'm going to try and call him, and so we can have the conversation. In the meantime, in between time, on phone, because he seems to be having some difficulties connecting using the method of coming in on the video. All right, again, just hit the like button in the meantime. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I think I see around 15 of that. I know many people will not be on because you're not accustomed to me anymore doing these live videos, but it is what it is. We got to do this. So let me just call my guests right now, because I think they're struggling. I'm going to call them and we're going to have them on the phone in the meantime, until we figure out how we can get things sorted via um, video. All right, so let's call and we'll have a conversation with
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. I see that you have been trying to get on, Mr. Lawrence, but
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening. I know sometimes the technology poses several challenges, but we don't want to delay the people. I know they would prefer to see you, like see your face and to be
Yes.
able to interact with you and probably want to call in. So I've decided that instead of delaying, I would just call you. And I don't know, you have to, in these times, you have to have a son or a daughter or a wife close to you, to do these things, because we as men sometimes are not the most technological savvy.
I think somewhere it's not the first time these things happen to me here in Turks. So I don't know if it's a connection or whatever for the internet service because
Oh,
I've been, tapping on the video and tapping on the screen where you see the video and the mics come up
oh,
where it's
you
not
see what
opening
happened?
on my phone.
Oh, what happened is that sometimes in the Google era there, you have to allow access. It will always allow you. Do you want your mic and your camera to have this platform to have access to your mic and your camera? So generally you have to give it
Mm.
access. And once you give it access, it
Yeah.
opens up your camera. If you don't do that, then your phone or your gadget is going to block it. You have to give it access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
figure.
so maybe
But the show will go on.
the show will go
Let
on.
me
But
roll the show.
welcome.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, this is Aaron Wildboy Lawrence, right? Former Russies, Reno, and the national goalkeeper. Also coached at Russies, I believe. Also coached at Manning's.
Yeah.
Also coached at Reno.
Yes.
He also led an academy when Real Madrid were doing an academy set up in Montego Bay. He also played an instrumental role in that as well, right? And he is now in the Turks and the Caicos, where he was a goalkeeper coach. Now he's the head coach in the Turks and the Caicos. I don't know if I've left out anything, but you can tell the people all your other accolades and coaching achievements.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yes, I also coached at Froome before I left to the Turks and Caicos. I was also the under 15 national coach, head coach from the first time since 2025 when we started that in Cayman Island until I left to the Turks and Caicos Island, 2019. So thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and it's an honor and it's a joy to be on your platform to share with the people out there whatever they wanted to hear, whatever they wanted to know about us, what we're doing, and what we're about. Thank
Tremendous.
you for having me.
Because I remember playing football with you and against you. I remember I was playing in Patagol and different corner leagues when I would come down from Kingston to
Yes,
play
man.
at so
12th Street.
12th
Yeah,
Street, there you go, there you go. That was a big thing
yeah,
down
man.
there. Kind of a lot of those things have died out in Western Jamaica, and in particular in South. And I think with that has come just the decay in terms of how the place is. Because I remember how the Patagol was, that competition kind of kept the communities bonded together in unity. And a lot of that has changed, and just things have just taken a turn for the worse. And we're hopeful that one day the parish we love so well will come back and be what it used to be in the former days.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to those things when I've been playing for Jamaica to come down. Sometimes I come down for the semifinal and the final, to play for 12th Street. There's an honor for me playing for 12th Street because, I have a whole friend down at 12th there.
Yeah.
So those things are missing. The youths have missed all these things, and that's why our football in general has started to declare and to decline, because of we don't have no more of these street football and no more of these kind of community football for the community to look forward to, and for the people of Jamaica to look forward to these community football. The other day it was sad to watch some football game somewhere in Rockford, somewhere down that side where they, have some shootout and stuff like that.
Yes, they had a community. Yes, they had something in the community.
Yeah.
And a couple of people died. Yes, indeed.
It was sad for me.
Yeah, James is also in the chat, and James is saying that you also coach at Sandals, which is Sandals, because when Sandals were in the Premier League, you actually brought them.
Yeah, man, Sandals White House.
Yes.
I'm the one who brought them to the Premier League. The first really, hotel team to really go on to the Premier League. So we created a lot of history in the world of football. Yes.
Yeah, but you're having so much success in Jamaica. What led to the move? You were part of the national setup, like you said. You had coach at the school level. You had success, coach at the Premier League level. You had some success with Sandals. What triggered the move then to Turks?
I think probably that's what triggered the move, the type of success I have in Jamaica. And then around Jamaica football in general, the Turks people them saw that in me, a person who brought a lot of success to my own country, which, gave me an offer, and that offer I couldn't have refused because, in Jamaica, we never really did get this type of offer to really be a part of the national setup, which we all wanted to be a part of to help Jamaica football grow. But, God bless me and give me a different opportunity and a different pathway to really go there and impact other young talents in a different island. I think probably maybe that was one of my blessings to really come to Turks and trying to help others. So I think the Lord knows what is best for me, and He put me in the right path and put me in the right way to go with my journey.
That's since 2019. That's like right before the pandemic. So it's now 5 years.
Yes, going to 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm here.
And how would you evaluate your time so far in the Turks?
I think I've touched a lot of lives here. I've helped a lot of kids here, even into college, into the United States. That what I was used to be doing in Jamaica too when I was coaching his high school. Not only winning championship for me in Jamaica high school football, my win is when I get 2 or 3 youngsters who pass some subject from the football and go to college in the United States. And I was, on that journey doing that in Jamaica, but now I'm on that journey here doing that for the youngsters in Turks and Caicos, where, I think I impact a lot of youngsters. I have some goalkeepers, young goalkeepers that I've built here, really built from scratch. Here when I come to Turks, I come as a coach. But when then I come and see that there is no goalkeeper here really to really make the team better, because it's important and it's a specialized area. I said to them that I will do also that part of it and do the goalkeeping part and help coach also, and assist whatever coaches are there to be assist. And then I started to work with these youngsters, and now before we have no goalkeeper. No, each age group from the under 12 to the senior and the under 20, under 17, we have at least 4 goalkeepers for each age groups. Here, and I'm talking about competent goalkeeper. I have both male and female. You know, the under 15 girls, the under 14 boys, you know, the under 14 girls coming up for next year. We already have goalkeeper preparing for that tournament. We have, you know, the under 17 boys who are preparing now for the World Cup qualifier, and under 17. We have at least 5 goalkeepers for both age group. And the senior men, we have at least, you know, 6 goalkeepers to 7 when we never have any when I just come here. You know, we have a young goalkeeper, RV, who have just, you know, gone to the United States to academy school there. We have a young goalkeeper that gone to England in college over there in England. So, and we have a few here. We have one goalkeeper gone to the United States to play in the USL, which is one of the lower division league in America there in Miami. So those are the things that I'm doing. And these are the things that I like to do, you know, to help youngsters and to build players. And we have a few outfield players that I work with me with the under 20, because I was the under 20 coach also. You know, before they, you know, a couple months ago, they gave me the senior men jobs to really do the World Cup qualifying that we had before. And we lose out in that in the penalty shootout, and we have the Nation League just finished for us, you know, where we played a few games. You know, we lose 2 and we win only 1.
Yeah, that was your first win in the Nations League, right? How was that for the country as a whole and for the players, having your first victory as one of the smaller islands, not known for its football, but, you know, they had their first Nations League win? How was that for the country as a whole, and for the players, and for you as a coach?
It's really an honor. You know, the country itself, you know, everyone was watching and sending, you know, regards and their praise after the game when we won the game. And you know, is something that we just have to build on. You know, they all wanted us to build on this program, wanted us to continue and to see where we can go. So they were excited and they were happy for the win. And we also, I think we could have won more than just the one game. You know, we really gave up a few games, you know, in the round. So we just have to build on it. And the people in general, the parents, we have our youngsters from 13, 14 play on the team.
In the national team. So because let me just tell
13-year-olds.
Yeah, let me just tell people to understand. Your goalkeeper, I think, against Antigua, Barbuda, it is. And you lost Anguilla was a 14-year-old goalkeeper that I think he went to England, and there was an article that was written about him. 14-year-old, and he kept in that game for the national team.
Again, yes, and against Belize.
He also kept against Belize. Whoa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 14, young Harvey. He's 14 now. He been watched at thing they wanted him to come to England. They wanted him to come to what's the club QPR. Reach out. They saw the game. They reached out and wanted him to come to QPR. So he's going there in January.
Whoa.
You see, yeah, that's 14. And we have another striker that came on in the game, get a goal, you know, 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. 13.
A 13-year-old make his full international debut in Nations League for Turks and Caicos. 13-year-old. Whoa. 13. We have the goalkeeper 14. He's 13. Gonna be 14 soon, and I plan to send him to Jamaica too to come and play for one of those high school teams. Yeah, you're gonna send him to Manning?
I'm not gonna one of those big school in town.
No, you're gonna send him. No, you need to send him on to Mannings, man. Come on, no, man. You need to send him on. Mannings need a striker to win the Dakar Cup next year. No, you should send him. You should send a couple of them to Mannings. You understand me? I am telling you.
You know that even the goalkeeper, they wanted him for one of our younger goalkeeper too, who's 14, another 14-year-old. that played for the under 15 year. We wanted him to come to. He was in Jamaica last year. In parents from Jamaica.
Oh.
Was at from Mannings to his mother go to Mannings. He was at Froome training last year, and they wanted him to stay at Froome. So he was like 12 that time, 13 that time. Mother said, no, I'm not ready for him to stay. So I think this year we try. I think I tell the mother we wanted to send him out because we don't. In Turks, what I try to do in Turks, they won't grow because the competition is not so high as Jamaica, where you want these players to go and make a difference in even the Nation League. You have to send them out to go get experience, to play in a tough league in Jamaica, to play into some tough league in the United States college system, or in England.
Yes.
So that is one of our thing now that we're working on. I think we've built them up enough, along with Omar Edwards are here, we're working with these guys, and Damien Singh, who is my assistant, with all the teams that I work with. Even I am the head coach also for the women team. And we're playing a caps over here.
So you're the head coach for the senior team, the goalkeeper coach, and you're the head coach for the female team as well. And you used to work with the U20.
Women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's a small island, it's a small association. So, we have to double up and think, before they used to bring in a coach, for the senior men. And then, after what I've done because I coach the academy team here in the league, we entered them in the men's league here. And we won the league last year. The year before we could have won, we lose by a point. But last year we go for it and we won the league without any, unbeaten. And most of these boys are there on the 20 boys that we use to play in the league.
Yeah. What I want to know, it's like FIFA and CONCACAF allows like 13-year-old, do you have to get special permission from CONCACAF for 13-year-old and 14-year-old to play? How does that work? Are you just put them out there?
No, for the senior men team, you don't have to, which I don't understand. But for the under 17 and the under 20, you can't use a certain age. If for the under 17, you have to be 15 in the year of a competition, and for the under 20, it's the same. But the same goalkeeper played last year at the under 20 competition in Antigua, where he was one of our most outstanding goalkeeper over there.
Oh, so what you're saying at that
time it was 13.
Let me just get the rules right, because this is important, because someone is asking. So for the senior team, age really doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But for youth tournaments, what you're saying is that for the under 17, you have to be 15 in the year of the competition to play U17. And you have to be like 17 in the year of the competition to play U20s.
Yeah, no, you have to be. It's the same for the U20.
Oh, okay.
You have to be 15. To
Interesting.
Play in the U20. U20, because what happened, I think the older they go, is the more free the competition is, because they wanted more youngsters to play in their age group.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. But you're saying that the competition in the Turks. it's not strong enough to make the players better. So you have to send them into other markets, right?
That's what we're looking.
Yeah, why we haven't seen any of them, for example, in the JPL, because we have 17 and 16 and 18-year-old playing in the Jamaica Premier League. So are there older players of the quality that you think could come and even play, not just in schoolboy football, but in the JPL? Are you think like going through the school system is better preparation?
The both. I think because last year we have Mackinson were playing for Cavaliers from here. Who had set. I send them down there to play for Cavaliers with speed.
Okay, right. So there was a Turks and Caicos footballer playing.
Mackinson Cadet.
Yes, Cadet. Yes, very good player. Where is he? Because I haven't seen him this season.
him in Turks, so him, I think, you know, him, we're trying to get him into Sweden. So he's for January before him go off. So he's here working
Nicholson
and
had a
training with us.
very good stadium. Yes, yes, that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. So he's one of our leader. We're trying to get some more young. Right now, I've been in talk with a centre back and a centre mid, and also Arborview. You know, to see one of them, the centre back who for Portmore was he's working on. They are working on his work permit because he's not a Jamaican or CARICOM person, so they don't have to get a work permit for him. You know, so but the other youngster is a Jamaican Turks and Caicos Islander. So, you know, you can go to Jamaica and play.
Okay.
So we're looking at that too to get some youngsters
I don't
down there.
understand you, Mr. Lawrence. You know, I
was even with Cadet, I was calling Tapa for about months to get Cadet go to Mount Pleasant. But I never get no response from Tapa or nobody down there. I have players can go down there and play for them.
Okay. Here's what I want to do for me. I want to send a couple of those players down into Westmoreland to manage. You can't just be a Kingston team. You're a man from the west of the team, like you're populating Kingston with more footballers and they already have them. You need to send some down to the west, man.
You know, it's not really that, you know. You know what's the problem? We in the Western area don't have any facility to put up these kids.
No man,
because when you
Mannings know how good facility in place, man. Garrol, Hamilton, and Dirk Brown. You know those guys, and you know Donald.
No, Garrol is my right hand. Garrol is my right hand.
You can't tell me that Garrol know these things. That you have.
Garrol come to Turks. Garrol live at Turks too.
I'm going to call Garrol and ask him how come none of these players come to Mannings. Are you planning on sending them to? I need to call him right after this. But Triple E is asking, can Mr. Lawrence provide some differences between Jamaica and Turks in terms of facilities and football development, etc.? So what is it like there in comparison to Jamaica in terms of the surfaces? It's a smaller place, the facilities and all of that. Give us some of the clear distinctions.
Well, yeah. One, we our facilities is one of the best in the Caribbean island. Now we're building up our dam, which a 3-story dam that we're building, right, you know, on our facility. We have two full fields, which is one is a grass and one is astroturf, which, you know, they just newly laid the astroturf, you know, redo it, and we have a sand field. There we will do, you know, beach football, because we also do beach football, which, you know, I am also the assistant coach for the beach football. You know, and we have a futsal field, you know, where we have also there, you know, so, you know, the facilities in Turks mainly is on our turf, is on our field, where because we have another field
on the association field.
Yeah, the association. Which there's a stadium there which not much football going on. There's only when they play the schoolboy football, where the track and field, where they keep the track and field there, and you have a park downtown. We have where there's an AstroTurf. That one was a relay, but most of the football played at downtown and our ground. The games then played on our ground. Schoolboy football played at the stadium, you know, which is not our. We don't have control over the stadium. It's just like in Jamaica, where they have the national stadium, where you have control over it. So we have our own field that we played our own games, and that, you know, the grass is, it's quality. The AstroTurf, where we do all our training and all the leagues games and play there, and all the training go on for all the club teams really come there and train, because we have 7 teams in the league here, and all of them use our facilities for training.
Oh, so all the club teams, you have 7 club teams, and all of them train at the association field at different times.
Yeah, different times.
Okay, I see. I
And
see.
we go up to in the nights like 9:30 so forth. We go up to.
Whoa. So how is that in terms of wear and tear on the field? If all the clubs, the 7 clubs, train, it means that training is
Well,
there every day and stuff. How does that affect the
every day.
surface itself?
Well, the surface is AstroTurf.
Okay. Okay.
So
So they
it's
train on the
AstroTurf. So
AstroTurf, not on the grass field.
yeah, nobody touch the grass field until the national team have training.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not
That's a
even
very
run, you go over there, go run.
that's an interesting concept. Very interesting concept. So
Yeah.
that means the clubs don't have their own. So all the games in the league are played there as well.
Played right on the AstroTurf. We have a doubleheader every like Saturdays. The league start back Saturday. We are the defending champion,
So hold on.
which
When
is
I say
the Academy Eagles.
what do you mean we?
Our team, the youngsters, the Academy Eagles. That's what we call ourselves.
Oh, so the association has a team in the league.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
which is the Academy team, which is the under, the youngsters, then the under 20.
Okay.
And there's a club, and also what we do now, there's a club, the under 17 boys. There's a club, take them over. All of them play for one club to give them like a practice.
Yes.
For going into the. So all of them play for one club. None of them play for my team because I want them to stay. Some of them used to play, so I transfer them over to play for that club. So because I want them to play together, so that they can prepare for they have World Cup qualifying in February. We played against Canada and all these tough people. So, we have them playing in that league as an under 17 team. So we would say we have 2 teams in the league, but one is for us. We are Academy Eagles. We won the league last year, and we came second the year before and the year before. So we're going for a second title this year.
That's interesting. That's yeah. So that's a way of developing the players as well. Okay.
Yeah. Because you're not gonna get many practice games for these youngsters, so you have to keep them active. And yes, some of it in our team is really one team in the league that give us a hard time, which is Sharks that played in the club championship last year. But we overcome them.
Yeah. Okay, because
they're scared of us now.
Yeah. So when the academy team wins, they cannot play in the CONCACAF Club Shield or Championship.
Yeah, man, they can.
The academy team, the Academy Eagles.
Yeah, we're going now for the next next round of club championship.
Okay.
Our academy team is going.
Okay.
But before, like I said to you earlier, that Sharks is a team that won the league last year by a point. That we slept up a game and lose and draw one game last year where we should have won. So Sharks have gone this year for the club championship. So next year we will be the team that going.
Okay, very good, man. It seems like you guys are making, like I said, smaller island, because what is the population in the Turks and Caicos Islands?
About 25.
Whoa. Seem like you have a very good and organized system there. You said, like I said, Omar Edwards is also out there doing some work, and this is good, because
he's a coach for the under 17.
Nice. So he's going to be with them with the club that has taken them over.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So he's still coaching them. So he's the under 17 female coach and the under 17 boys.
So what do you see, like 8 years from now, seeing that you have all these youngsters? What is the ambition? What is the goal? Like 8 years from now, is it a World Cup? Is it to play in the Gold Cup? Is it to be ranked a particular? What is the
5 years?
In 5 years, what is it? So the next World Cup is 2026. Where do you want to be in 2030 as a footballing nation in the Turks? Well, what is the goal for the 2030 end game?
Is to fighting to be a part of the World Cup. You know, as we speak, you know, it's last week. We have some people that we you know, have put some things together. We meet, and they wanted me to give them, you know, a 5-year plan for the next 5 years for this team. And I had telling them, you know, come next year we want to leave our group and advance to Group B.
Right.
The other year was supposed to be a compete to be in the
Group
World
A.
Cup.
Group,
Yeah.
which is group, and also Group A of
Group
the
B.
nation. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to go in Group A, you know, and in 5 years, we're supposed to see ourselves competing against Jamaica and Canada and all these teams for World Cup qualifying. You know, to you know, maybe not been there, qualify, well, you never know. You know, Renaissance come have changed a lot of things in Jamaica. And we could believe, and these are the belief that we giving into these youngsters that they can do it. And that's why we are having some youngsters in the team along with the other senior stakes players, and you know, we wanted to get them out so that they can go outside and get some experience different from what we are teaching them and different from what we are showing them, because we probably show them something sometime for a long period of time, and then, you know, them started to not getting it, and if somebody else show them the same thing in a different environment, you know, they will get it. So I think the environment is key, where we have to get them out to be, you know, a giant in the Caribbean, also as a small nation. And we, you know, we have a never say die attitude. Even when we're down in games, we keep fighting to the end. And this is what I like with these players. You know, they have that. And most of our players are Asian background, which is their football minded, you know, background. So which is good.
Okay. So you said a lot of the players have Asian background. So okay.
Yeah, man, most of the population here is Asian. Most of them are from Haiti. You know,
Oh,
every week.
Haitian. Oh, I thought they said Asian, like
Yeah.
Chinese and stuff. It's Haitian.
No,
Haitian.
man.
Oh, sorry.
Asian,
My
Haiti.
bad. Yeah, Haiti.
From Haiti, yeah.
Very good question someone is
So,
asking. Do you look at like Jamaica now? Jamaica, what we call heritage player. This is coming from Triple E. So we do this where we look for. You would also recall that during your time, Dean Burton, Paul Hall, Fitzroy Simpson, Robbie Earl, Marcus Gill, Darrell Powell, Frank Sinclair. Those players were heritage players that came into the team, right? Does Turks do that? Do they allow for persons of Turks and Caicos descent, our heritage, to come and represent? And do you look at those things to find such players to bring in, or there you don't have that, you know? Yeah.
We don't have many that are outside, but what we have here is players from England can come and represent this country. But even also in that 5-year plan, we also put that we need to get some players from outside to make a difference in the team. So we're looking at players from UK, because here runs by the British. So if you have a UK passport, you can come and play for Turks. But what our president don't want that, so to speak, because of, you know, implication. They want a person who have family ties here to really come and play for the country.
Okay.
And if they're living here for a period, they qualify for play. You know, if they're living in the country for, say you live here, they live here, the parents live here for 2 years, 3 years, and so forth. Because we have a player now who also get injured the other day from UK, was here working, and you know, we saw him playing in the gym. They have a futsal gym where they play. You know, I will go there, and one of my friends saw him playing, and they say, "Hey, you're here from England for what, 18 months?" And so we don't ever come and see we, you know. And it was a good player for us in the Nation League, the first game, until him get injured.
Whoa.
You know, if we had him in the final 2 leg, I think we could have made a difference.
It's funny because I'm wondering, like, just like how you are there, so so would you like, because would you qualify now based on the time that you're there to play for Turks? If right, as a Jamaican?
No,
Oh, you would not. Okay, okay,
no,
okay.
no. You have to be here. All right. This is all their system set up over here. You have to be here for 10 years, working,
Oh, working. Okay.
working. Yeah, and if your parents, all right, say you get married and stuff like that, I think your wife can put you onto her thing, and you get, you don't no longer get a work permit, which you get access, and then you wait a couple of years before you can apply for your PRC, and then you apply for your passport. When you get the passport, then you can apply also within the weeks for a British passport. So
Oh, I see what you mean. So you
those
have
are
to
the.
have a British passport to play.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. You can have the Turks Island passport, but you can have both. You know, I
Okay.
think you can have a British passport and you have a Turks Island passport. So if you have that, that can take you into England anytime, wherever. But that also, when you go to England, you're going to need a work permit to work. You can to play. So our thing, we tell all the boys them to apply for them British passport so that they can go into England with ease. So they don't have to get any work permit and stuff like that and just go and play. Because it don't take much time for them to get it.
Ah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's yeah, man. That's good news. But in terms of your coaching qualification,
Yeah.
where are you now, and where are you going from there? Are you at the, have you completed the CONCACAF stuff? Are you above the CONCACAF
All of
stuff?
them.
Where are you at now
All
in
of them.
terms?
All the CONCACAF. The only one left for me to do for CONCACAF is the A. I have all the others since I come here. I do B, and we already did do C in Jamaica, and we already do the advanced level 2 FIFA courses of the 4 when I was in Jamaica. I've done some goalkeeper courses too while
Okay.
I'm here. So
But they have a
all of
CONCACAF A. I know they have the CONCACAF A now.
yeah, they called me the other day in Jamaica, say if I wanted to come and do it. But we have game with I did have games with the under 15. We'd have games, so I couldn't have done it, So, but the CONCACAF, they what they normally do, they even bring it here in Turks for us to do it. So we're privileged over here where they bring it to us and we can do it.
Yeah, I'm here
So they let
wondering
us
though,
know.
seeing that you have this connection with England, um, what it would be like to possibly do some stuff through them in terms of coaching qualification or certification.
That in the pipeline, working on. We're just waiting on the time and the dates, the right time and the dates where I can go and do it. So that is already in. It's just the time of it is the right word to put it. So we're waiting to do all those licenses in the UK.
All right, and I mean, let me just what are your thoughts? I mean, and I know you still follow Jamaica's football. What are your thoughts on the crop of goalkeeper you see, like Andre Blake, and some people have said that he's possibly one of the best to ever come out of Jamaica, given his recent exploits with the national team and what he has done in Philadelphia. So many others. You have Jamali Waite, who is also there in the national setup, Shaquan Davis. You have a Kanaya Boyce Clark. I don't know how much you know about them. You have Amal Knight. All of these
Yeah.
goalkeepers out there. Some of them you'd have worked with. I know one of them you work with who is no longer keeping is Dewey Carr. You'd have worked with him at
Mm-hmm.
Mannings. But what are your thoughts on the crop
I
of
work with
goalkeepers?
Blake too.
Oh, I didn't
I
even know
work with
that.
Blake. I used to, yeah, when Blake used to go Claren, and I used to travel from and play for Sporting Central when they used to have it. I used to travel from Westmoreland and go there and train Blake for a
Oh,
couple of hours and come back to
when he was
West.
at Sporting Central.
Yeah, I used to go when I was going to school also. Because Blake reminds me of me.
Yeah.
from ever since. And Blake was my little idol. You know, Blake was one of them little one that look up to me as a goalkeeper. So I used to go there and
Oh.
work with him. And
Oh.
we even do talk now, and we still communicate. You know, him still have one jersey for me that one of my goalkeeper girl here, my number one top goalkeeper, who's soon going to college in the US, that have, you know, ranked one of the ice in the Nation League last year as goalkeeper. And many, you know, wanted a shirt from Blake for how long? And Blake, have it there, don't send it to me yet. So
Oh no, I can't allow you to call out the man of the program, you know, because he's my friend, you know. I don't
I
want.
will. I will.
Mr.
He's
Blake,
my friend. I can do it.
Mr.
But
Blake.
Blake is one of the best, one of the best goalkeeper that I have even, you know, I've shown better than I do. And I would say I've done more than even Warren is as my best friend too. You know, I think he have mastered the craft and he have done well for Jamaica. You know, I lift my hat up to him. You know, he saved us many times. I watch a game, you know, from when the other no good coach was there, and you know, watch the games and you know, I tell some of my friends in here that I packed my bag to go to the World Cup from the last campaign. And they say, oh, you know, I said, I still don't unpack my bag. I'm still going to the World Cup this time around. So Blake have been saving us for many years now, which is great. And, you know, I'm honored this young man, you know, because you have done well. You have carried the baton well as a goalkeeper in Jamaica, because we have many, many great goalkeepers, but he becomes one of the great also. Yeah. So, and for me, I don't know, no disrespect to nobody else, but I don't see no other. Because, you know, when the others get their chance, I don't think that they hold it well with both hands. Like, you know, when I was there with Warren, and when I get my chance, I say, hey, this is my time, and I hold it. And if my time don't come back again, I wait until my time. But I'm watching even the league, the Premier League, and I'm not seeing any goalkeepers coming through, any young goalkeepers, you know, not to bring shade on anyone. But I think we should have more coming through, because I think Jamaica is a rich goalkeeping country. You know, we athletics, we have a lot of quality. We should have more young goalkeepers coming through. I even watched the under 15 under 14 goalkeepers last in August, and I need more. I don't know if I'm marking out, but I need to see more from these goalkeepers.
Yeah, I think it's good to always challenge, but I think there are some good ones. They have a Glenmore goalkeeper that is part of the U17 setup. He's very good, and I think they have one at Manning.
I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. And I think the young one,
Marco Dean.
Yeah, the Marco Dean. I think he's from Mount Pleasant. I think he's a young one. He's a little short. He reminds me of Clive Ninja Smith. But I think he's a good one. Someone is saying that
go international.
Yeah.
He's so short.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a problem at the international level. Hopefully, he has a growth spurt. You know, a little later, because he's still young. I think he's around 13 to 14. So maybe there's an next growth spurt.
Yeah, man, you can get that.
Yeah, somebody said, I believe Mr. Lawrence played with Galaxy at one point. I don't remember if he has ever played for any other Premier League team apart from Reno.
No, I haven't played for Galaxy. The Reno only. At one time, I was going to go to the team in Trelawney, but I never moved. You know, I stayed there. I never leave Reno. One man run.
Yeah.
The only time I leave Reno is when I went to the US to play for Long Island Rough Riders and play for New Jersey Stars.
You know what? There's a few players who never left Reno, like Michael Graham, that Mark Wilson, Aaron Lawrence, Easton Fumas Smith, you know, Donald Hewitt, never really left.
It's only the young ones that leave after that time.
Well, they're a couple, because Wapi did play for other teams. Because I think
not too my knowledge when I was there, when I probably before I even come to Reno.
Probably before because he came to Reno from a team from Clarendon. I think he played for one of the Clarendon team as well, or a team over in St. Catherine. He played for but
Okay.
I mean, you would have also heard about the passing of Boise Nicholson. We know him very well as Bengaleng. His funeral service
Yeah.
was
So
last Saturday. So I don't want you to end without giving you an opportunity to just speak about his impact on your life personally, because I know you would have spent a lot of time with him at Reno and in Westmoreland.
Boise, when I hear the news, even though I know he was sick for a while, it's sad for me because he's one of the men that come for me at Rossi's when I was at Rossi's as a youngster, as a young 18, 17-year-old boy. He had come for me and say he wanted me to come and play for Reno. Pick me up in his car and then bring me to Westmoreland and meet Bim Williams and Mr. Downswell at the time. So that was one of my take. And when I come to Westmoreland, he used to carry me around with him, when he's working, carry me around with him, working with him, doing his delivery stuff. When I was there, not doing anything, so he was like a father to me at the time, taking care of me as a young boy when I come to West. And it's really sad. It's sad for me that I know that I couldn't make it to the funeral. I wanted to go, but I was away with some national duty here in Turks, so I didn't get the time out to come and show my face and show my respect. But I give my regards to the family. Even though a lot of people don't have much contact for me, because I try to stay on the low key side of it. If you know me, a long time, I always like to stay on the low key, not the, So, he's one of the guys and the men that who have molded me and put me into the path and put me on the road and show me greatness and show me loves and likes, and take me as a son in this part. So it's sad, but it's God know what's best. God know, it's his time to go, and we just have to honor his legacy and what he have done before, and just let it continue to grow. And we need to do something in his honor. And I heard that when I heard also that they have Froome have a game. I don't know if it played.
Yeah, man, the game was played. They played against Clarendon College. I thought that was a
shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened because Bengaling was one of the first the only coach that win a title at Froome.
At Froome, yes.
I think the players and the management and coaching staff should have never let that happen. And
they should have requested it from Issa to change it.
And I haven't called them yet about it because I still stay in touch with them at Froome because the coach there now was my assistant. I help him and I grow him as a coach. And, I haven't said anything to nobody about it, but I think the team should have been at the funeral and to show their respect.
Absolutely.
Which is not good, not a good taste, especially for Issa, especially for Mr. Wellington, who have known that Bengaling, Boise Nicholson was one of the coach that win the only title that they win.
And not only that, just his impact on just Westmoreland football. I'm certain that there were players who went to Stets that would have gone through his hands as well. So Stets would have been benefited from his involvement in football.
I wouldn't say Stets. I don't want to say Stets make it look political like what I see on the news where the coach from Manchester, the principal, the same. So, I think, Issa, which is Mr. Wellington is the president. Issa should have done something about it and step in and say, hey, we can't do that. We have to show respect and to Froome and let them go grieve with a person. You know what I mean? But it's what it is. Yeah. I think they're saying the show must go on.
Yeah. All right. Let me just, because we have been you have been on for a little while, 48 minutes. I don't want to keep you longer than I'm supposed to. So let me ask you, what is you have seen?
I'm good, man.
Okay, you have seen World Cup campaign since your time. Like, look like we were, but we didn't. My question, like, what is the one ingredient that you would say, you know what, if there's one thing that needs to be addressed, needs to be fixed, so this time around we can make it to the World Cup, what would be that one thing that you can put your finger on to say, this is the one thing?
Like the coach said, and then I'm saying to the same thing as the coach, because I watched the coach interview. They say they have to be hunger and have to have that drive. And for the past, I don't think the players are hungry for it. I don't think the players are, they want to go to World Cup, but they're not passionate about it, you know. And I think, you know, all this need is the hunger for it, because we were hungry and thirsty for it. You know, we never know that we could have done it from start, but we believe in ourselves. And that self-belief within the players, you know, we have too many talented players have come from overseas and, you know, have done well in their leagues. And when they come to Jamaica, we can't see it, you know, because of what? They're not hungry enough for it. I don't think they are hungry. So I think we need hunger. Have to be hungry for it.
All right, so the player needs to get hungry. All right, I have my co-host, and my friend. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, out in North Carolina. His name is Andre. Today he goes before the game. All right. So I think he's here. Probably have a couple of questions for you, so I'm going to let him. He rushed home. Don't know how much miles per hour he was driving to get home so that he could come on. So I'm going to allow him not to disclose that information, but to ask you, whatever question he may have. But someone is asking that. But go ahead, Andre. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
No, man, because it's a question that DW has in the comment section, but I didn't want to ask a next question before I have you interact with Mr. Lawrence.
Okay, for the record, I drove the speed limit. I don't ever violate the speed limit. Aaron, how you doing, my friend?
Afternoon, Andre. How are you? Thank you
I am doing
rushing. Rushing. It's an honor. It's an honor. Knowing that you have to rush to come and speak with me.
Yes.
We fight a lot of battles against you. I will tell you, that friend.
There's a saying that anywhere you go in the world, you know, we have spoken before, and I will try to remind you in this way. Anywhere you go in the world, it says 3 people you must get in touch with: a Nigerian, in this order, a Jamaican, and a Haitian.
Yes.
And the Nigerian in this conversation put us in touch. Just think about it.
Yes.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
My good friend.
Yes, you're very
good friend. My good friend, my brother, my Nigerian brother.
Yes. So
yes, man.
I had to get on. Because I heard you say, and you know, a lot of people talk about development, and a lot of people work with kids. And when you describe what winning means for you, your definition of winning, I thought that was impressive. You don't normally hear people talk about winning in that context, especially in football, which I believe is a very powerful tool that we have, that we can use to help shape and reshape our society, prepare young kids for the world ahead of them, to go out there and be successful. And it sounds as though you are doing that. So that's the intention, and I find that to be impressive. So congratulations on that front. How hard is the task for you on the island? You know, you hear a lot of people sometimes who's working with on various islands talk about how difficult it is to get the support to develop players. How difficult it is for you in that part of the world?
You know, the difficult part. The difficult part of it here is really the players sometimes get a bit distracted by other things. You know, I don't know if they get distracted by the beautiful beach. and think that they must go there and work and, lose the focus of football, because most of the time when these young men leave school, that's the only hope, is to go and work at a job. Some of these guys here work even when they are 15, they go work in the evenings at the supermarkets and so forth, which is that one of the challenges that we have to fight. And these are one of the reasons also why we wanted to get some of these players out, so they don't get distracted, because it's when they started to collect a little salary from the workforces, they don't want to play no more. They have to go to work and so forth. So those are the challenges that we have here. Support is tremendous. We don't have problem with support, but we enter in every tournament that there is under 14, under 15. Sometimes we go to the US to play in some under 13 tournaments with these kids. So we don't have much challenges in that field. We just, the challenges is the players, them to come out and do the work.
I remember seeing and I could agree with that. I remember seeing you all had an event the other day, and you guys listed on your website the amount of companies and people that support, and even pointed out the fact that some people didn't want to be listed. So I could imagine the support from that perspective is tremendous. With kids being distracted, what do you do? What do you all do? Because as you know, to be an elite athlete, focus is one of the most important thing, right? Being able to focus on the sport itself, whether you at the field at the moment or away from the field. What do you do to counter that distraction?
No, that's why we have a team of person that have just started. I look at community people. We call ourselves. I'm a part of it too. Friends of Football. Those guys are somebody who's outside of the football. The business people who are around Turks and Caicos now are putting, some machinery in place to start it, to really, to keep these guys, is to pay them, I tell them about the program that we used to have in Jamaica, where a company sponsor our players. A company used to sponsor the back in that time where, all our players, we used to play in the US, come back, Boyd and everything, and all the different companies sponsor them. So we're trying to put that kind of program together where we can have these youngsters, more focusing on football instead of out there, because some of them parents are really don't have it. From most of them parents are the Asian. Most of the kids that play for us is the Asian parents, and so they work hard, at jobs. So we wanted to give them a stipend, so to speak, to really play and just focusing on football and go to college and go to schools in different countries like Mannings and so forth.
So let me just ask, because
hey, Aaron, don't let nobody bully you,
Yeah,
I heard that earlier on. you were brought in a discussion and somebody tried to limit it to just one school.
Yeah.
But I saw you guys.
A question, Andre says.
Yeah, I was going to bring that. I was going to tie that into what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
You guys had a gala thing for youth development, and you had about almost 50 companies listed that sponsored, right?
Yes.
And you just mentioned that you go to all the tournaments, you go to the US, and whatever the case may be. Do you are you all in a situation where you have unlimited resources at your disposal?
Well, I wouldn't say unlimited, because some of the tournament them that would have liked to go to and go play friendlies, the boss just cut our fingers sometime and say, hey, funds are not there. Right. Especially now when we're building that dom, we're building a first class dom here, which is, going to be beautiful for what I see on paper. And it started already. I think they're at the third story now, trying to finish up. Right. So, I think after that done, I think we can get more funding to really do other stuff, but, most of the like the CONCACAF and the CFU tournaments, then we always go to those tournaments. We're not going to deprive the youngsters them from, being into a competition mode.
Right. You guys have your financial reports on your website, whatever the case may be. And you get just as much, you get the same amount of resources of everybody else from FIFA, right? Outside of that,
Yes.
do you have a number that you all raise on your own? Because you're not sounding like a lot of administrators and people and coaches from the region who often talk about there's no money, right? You have a different tone to your conversation. You have a ballpark in terms of how much you all raise per year? I'm sure it could be in the document somewhere.
For me, I couldn't speak on that part of it, how much they've raised. I think they have done well with the gala last year. That's why they tried to keep it. Again, this year we do, a lot of fundraising, like, run, ride, and all these things. And the gala last year, I was, voted as the coach of the year for the national team. So
congratulations on that.
Yeah. Well, since I come here, I won 2 coach of the year for the league and 1 of doing well. But the finances part of it, I think, we have using what we have get well. I just wanted to say that. I think we have using it well. We have done, we're not been stingy at the end to say that, hey, we're not going to give you this and we're not going to give you that. Even though we are, as coaches, we always want more. We always want to play practice match. We don't mind to play practice match every month.
Right.
With other countries, which cannot happen. Based on what we have, and we have a budget, and we sat down and we talk about what we can get for the year and what we need to do, and we send in what we want as coaches, and we get everything. We get everything here for the players. We get uniform. We have ball. Because we have done grassroots here also. So a lot of funding come from also the grassroots, where, we have kids every Monday and Wednesday from 5, even 4 upwards to 12 in our grassroots program. Yesterday, the field was crazy, with plenty of kids that just come out who have registered. What we do, we have a registration where we register the kids and they pay a fee, for the term. We work with the school term. So, after school they come we have 1 set from 4 to 5. You have another set from 5 to 6, which is the older ones. So we start with the younger ones that from 4 to 9 goes from 4 to 5. And then you have 10 to 12 work from 5 to 6. So also, that is a part of where we're trying to build our program from, the grassroots, with most of the youngsters that we have selected that come through our grassroots. So we have that program who kind of give us a little bit of funding too.
Right, man. That sounds good. That's very impressive.
I think Cranky's also asking, do the businesses see football as an advertising tool for the country? Meaning,
that's where we're going with it now. Yeah. That's what we have the team, a person that these are one of the things that they're looking towards. Because the person that we have on our team is some of those hotel owners and restaurant owners. Yeah, on a team that is going through a drive now, started this month. Really, we're starting that program to really get everyone on board to help this program to be a reality and to be successful. If we're looking at that 5-year plan, and that's why they wanted that 5-year plan that they have given to them. And we have some finances people that are giving them a finance breakdown for 5 years. So they say they wanted to raise that money. He said one of the guys tell me that they wanted to raise at least $50K a year US.
Okay, and that's why the national, the present players, do they get paid to play?
Yeah. when they play, just like Jamaica, they get a match fee, and an incentive package.
All right. And are they like owed? I mean, when I say they get paid, meaning are they supposed to be paid or are they actually paid?
I have a feeling they're actually paid.
There's a
I have a
difference.
feeling they're actually paid. But what he could tell us?
Listen, one of the boy said to me last week, "Oh, coach, I get paid. At first I ever get paid so early. What happened?" I said, "Plenty changes, my friend." So, they get paid. They already, they just come back from the Nation League and they already got their money. Everybody get paid. So it's not an issue with paying players, because I think our association budget themselves in a way that, they can find it to pay the players. They don't go overboard. That's one thing with them. Sometimes I fight with them tooth and nails to get more. But I'm saying, coach, we can't do it, because every time they remind me, we don't want to end up like Jamaica.
Easy now.
Hey, Aaron, be careful now. Be careful.
Like Trinidad, Like Trinidad.
And Jamaica, like Trinidad and Jamaica. Yeah. So,
you see, I wouldn't feel offended.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. You guys seem to have a good relationship. Could you describe the relationship you have with the stakeholders and what essentially have you guys been doing to maintain that relationship?
The relationship is tremendous. Honestly, from I come here, and that's why I come here for 2 years and I end up gone 5 now. That's why I really continue to stay it on. My contract expired this year, the end of December, and we're already in talk for another 2 years. So, my lawyer have been working on the differences where, but just to say that the relationship with the president and the gem set, is tremendous. But whatever is happening, they be transparent and make we know what it is and come forward and tell us this is what is happening this year and this is what we're going to get this year and this is what we're going to do this year. So, the relationship is good. I think communication is one of the key, and I think that they have done that well. They've been communicating with us well. We never, even in the pandemic when nobody getting paid, we were getting our salary in full, just to show you. And, these are the kind of things where people...
I don't want to interrupt you, but what is their relationship like? The federation relationship like with the stakeholders, the business community, the people that vote to elect the president, the businesses, the clubs. What is that relationship like with the federation?
It is good. I think it's good. I think now they even want our president to run for politics. So I think we and the community and because right now our league sponsors, we get sponsorship for the league from beaches. So we are doing well with the community. The business part, people and everybody, all the stakeholders around, they have done well. We have a lot of people who have supported. So as you see those sponsorships, so we haven't gotten any issues that I have known since I've been here.
So and bear with me a little bit, right? Because sometimes we have these discussions and it's the intention is to inform, right? And not just to have discussions. So the relationship is great.
Yeah.
Right? With the sponsors, the fans, the business community, the club, all of that. What do you think informs that relationship? Why is that relationship a great relationship?
I think because we give them value for what they have given. When I say value, we might not winning plenty game yet, but we've been transparent and we've been honest with these people. We don't sell them a story which is not there. We sell them the right story. This is a rebuilding. We're building this from scratch. We're doing this and we're doing that. I think it's been transparent. Where we've been communicating with with the other outside world. Well,
You know, transparency is a forbidden word in other parts in the Caribbean, it seems. You use that word and you can look man, man,
I don't know. I'm just
man,
listening.
man seem to be struggling with that one.
No. I'm just listening because it's very interesting, and I'm wondering if size has anything to do with it. You know, I'm wondering if because of the size of the
probably.
association, you understand me? You have this level
Mhm.
of what you'd call. It seemed like everything is flowing, and then because the
Yeah.
truth is that maybe the bigger you are, it is the more resources that you're going to be exposed to. It means that the more
Hmm.
persons that are going to be engaged, which possibly brings more
Yeah.
challenges, you know, around. I'm wondering if
Probably.
that is also part of it. Like, would this be
That's
would it be the same if a lot more resources were involved? Would it be the same if you understand me? If there was greater
yeah.
levels of success? Yeah.
Poss-
Well,
Possible the
I think
size.
it. I
Because
think. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
uh-huh. I think possible the size because we're such a small association and such a small country. Um, we get to see each other, and everywhere you go, everywhere you go, you can see the business people, and you can see the politician. Them is not like Jamaica. We have 100 police behind them, and them you and them sit down and talk. You and them meet up in a restaurant. You and them probably meet up at a club. So it is together. Nobody think. Yes, you have some people who's big, but they don't see you smaller than what, because you and them go to the same club, and you and them go to the same restaurant to hang out and eat. You're not over there and them over here. So everybody's in a one locker small environment. And I think even the other day I said to Madam President that Madam, it's been a while I haven't seen
The
you.
president of your football is a female.
Yeah, man, Sonia Fulford, the
Okay,
female.
the female running football.
So
Whoa.
yes, man. Yes, man. And she had well, she on FIFA and CONCACAF boards. A big, the woman football. I don't know, you don't know that, big man. What's wrong
Oh,
with you?
well, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
he's sleeping at the wheel. He's
I
sleeping
need,
at
I
the
need,
wheel.
I need to talk to her. I need to.
Yeah, you
I,
understand? So
listen, so
yeah,
Mr. Lawrence, you need to tell
yeah.
her that Mr. Stennett would like to speak with her about
All
her,
right.
her just her role. I think it would be interesting to hear from one of the
Mm-hmm.
only female presidents in the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I can
That is
make a
interesting,
link.
right?
Have a nice day.
That is
And
interesting.
maybe I was gonna say that I guess disagree with the idea that because they're smaller, I think there are bigger footballing federations that don't that are able to be transparent. I think transparency and those things is a mentality, right? Is a mindset. And
Yeah.
so maybe I think it might be easier to be less transparent because you're smaller. And at the end of the day, all the
Yeah.
federations start at the same level, dealing with the same amount of revenue every 4 years. It's about
Yeah.
11 million US dollars. So at the end of the day, I think it's tied to mentality. And now we could probably add to the conversation, maybe because it's a woman president. It's easier to,
I was going to say
yeah,
that
maybe
because
we can add
it's
that to
been
the
so
equation.
because it's a female. I
Yeah,
don't know, but it's just like a very strange thing. Like
it's
yeah,
strange.
and she's on like FIFA boards and panels and CONCACAF stuff.
Yeah.
According to Mr. Lawrence and
Yeah.
I mean I don't know if we
Yeah.
have even had a woman who tried to become president for Jamaica's football
Look,
leadership. I
look,
can't recall.
anytime there's a woman at the table, right? The conversations are different, right? And
Yeah.
you can probably, in the corporate world, when you think about things like the environment, you think about kids and how they get treated and all that kind of stuff. If there's no woman at the table, a lot of times the conversation is about profit. Okay, you put a woman there, and then that motherly instinct kick in. So maybe
About
the players getting
relationship,
paid,
yeah.
and getting taken care of properly, as Aaron is saying, maybe it has something to do with that.
Yeah. That's
So,
Yeah.
true.
But
so
that
that would be a good
go back to the
conversation for you
argument I
to have,
said.
man.
when I said, yeah, when I said to her that, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, what's happening? She said, huh, you don't have to see me. I have competent. I have competent staff here. All of you are competent, so I don't have to be here every day to watch over anyone. You know, I just come when I need to sign something, and that's it. You know, because how we work as a team. You know, she don't have to be there to really, you know, to say, hey, the general secretary, you know, Oliver Smith. You know, so we have a relationship as a team of people working in the small association, which is good. You know, the relationship is good. You know, the family is good because we're like a family there.
But you have now entered, at least in my mind, ever since I've been listening to these platforms and participating from time to time, this is the second conversation that comes out of the region where that it seems that the players, the young people have been put in front and things are being done in a transparent way. So you're now up there. You're probably you guys sitting alongside Grenada, in my mind, because that was another good conversation in terms of how they handle the players, how they handle the business. It's kind of refreshing to hear in another environment.
Yeah. And you know, the Grenadian president is Marlon Glean.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. But that's the way we have to go with the football, is to be fair and upright. You know, this is, you know, you have to just say this is what it is and this is what it is. If you want it, you want it. If you don't want it, you know, that's fine. But you know, that's the way forward. Or we have to move.
So guys, I've got to run. I have a 1:00 meeting. I do appreciate being part of the conversation. Oops. DW says I'm generalizing. I'm not so sure why he feels that way, but we can pick that up another time.
All right. Before the game. Yeah.
All right, you guys take care. Aaron, take care, everybody.
All right.
Thank you for talking to you again, my friend.
All right,
pleasure. Say hi to my brethren.
All right, I will.
The Nigerian.
My African brethren.
Yes, your African brethren. An African, a Nigerian in particular, a Jamaican, and a Haitian. Yes. For different reasons, of course.
That's my brother.
Oh, yeah.
I would add a Trinidadian to that if it's me.
No, you have to add a Omarian. You understand me? Or a Manningsman. I don't know.
All right. You guys take care, okay?
All right. Listen, DW will say that it's not because of her gender, it's because of her competence and leadership. But we'll pick it up next time.
Fair statement.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, sir, all right. Thank you, Andre. So, Sir Lawrence, listen. So, please, I want you to talk to the president and let her know that I'd love to talk to her about just this kind of leadership across, you know, the Caribbean, especially in her territory. And once she's available, we can make it happen. I also want to charge you, sir, to send a couple of the footballers down to Western Jamaica, parts that you know very well. Kingston is not the only place that has good systems in place. And if you know Garol Hamilton supports that program very well and ensures that the kids are well taken care of. And he has been doing it along with Dirk and, you know, Postman and many others. Alan, all of those guys, the good leader, they have been doing a very good program. You understand me? So, see, we can listen, we need a center forward for next season.
Garol used to help me when I was there too. From them time. When I was Dirk, and Dirk and all of them. So, you know, but you have to have something
properly established,
where the players them can stay and so forth. And these are the reasons why we look elsewhere.
Yeah, you know I will talk to you.
Sometimes when you send a player to Kingston, they have some program after school where when schoolboy football finish, they don't just stop playing. We want them to continue, you know, like clubs where they can go play on the 17 tournament so these are the things why
more game opportunities. Yes.
Yeah, because that's what they need.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they need. But in Western, we don't have nothing going on with any form of under 15, under 17 program where they can play. Until after Dakar Cup finish, that's it. For the players in the Western, if they don't go to Reno or go to Petersfield or whatever club down there, that's it.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah, man. All right, listen, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Really, really, really very, very good conversation. And continue to grow, continue to improve, continue to have good success in your life endeavors. As you continue to display excellence in your field of work, I think you'll continue to make steady progress and grow and develop. And hopefully one day things at the Turks will be higher in terms of ranking and all of that as you continue to, along with Omar Edwards and the entire association over there. As they dig in and dedicate themselves to the task at hand, that you'll see the fruits of your labor. Thank you so much for also your work in the past in Western Jamaica. I know that even the remnants of your work is still there in the managed program, because a lot of those kids would have come through an academy that you started several years ago in Western Jamaica. And so that again is showing your stellar work. And so I commend you on that, and thank you for taking the time out to doing this via phone call, as the video wasn't working. But we will have it sorted out for whenever you have the president on. The sooner, definitely, the better.
Yes, bro. Thank you for having me. No, it's an honor and a pleasure, speaking to you again on this program. You know where to find me. You know how to reach me. I'm here whenever you need. We can talk, and we're always a pleasure talking to you. Always an honor.
Yeah, man.
Being in your platform and doing what you're doing. You've been doing a good job. I've been following you. Might not see me make no comment and stuff, but I follow the program and I see when you have your stuff up with the bosses people. Big up the Russians, them.
Yeah,
We have to big up the money people, them. We have to big up Froome, all the Western Jamaica.
Sandals White House.
Sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandals White House, Sandals South Place.
And 12th Street. Big up
12th Street.
Yeah.
Big up. Yeah, man, big up. And even we're on a land island there, because that's where we live.
Yeah. Phase one, the whole phase 1, phase 2.
Yeah, man.
Big up. There.
Yeah, man, the whole of land island, man. Big up.
Yeah, man.
Enough respect for that.
Yeah, man. Every time. All right, then. Blessings. All right, there you go, people.
One love. God bless.
All right, so there you go. I mean, what wonderful conversation with Aaron Lawrence. We know him as Wildboy. All right, doing his work over there in the Turks and Caicos, and we love to see when people spread their wings, expand their territory, and influence lives outside of the borders of Jamaica. That is tremendous to see, and you can do it too. You can accomplish greatness. The marks of greatness are also written over your life. Just believe and dedicate yourself to the task at hand. It's good. It has been very difficult doing lives, and I'm glad that I was able to do this one today to interact with you. And so I ask you, if you really enjoy the time, it's longer than the other videos. Some people want the long videos, some people want the short videos. You have some short ones, you have some long ones. But here's what is important: that you like all the videos, you subscribe, and you share. Like this one, it should have at least 100 likes. All right? And thanks to all the new subscribers to the platform. Really appreciate your time. And again, remember, in the comment section, if you have a nugget that you want to share to be a blessing to the people, let me know. You send it in the comment section and I'll do that. Big up to every single person on the platform, those who would have listened. You may not have commented, but you listened. Thanks to Mr. Aaron Lawrence for coming on. Thanks to Andre for coming on. Big up Cranky at Cranky Live. Go and check out his channel. Always putting out good information, not just football, but basketball, Major League, baseball, NFL. So check him out. He's on air every evening at 5:30. All right. Big up sports guy. That's Simon Preston. He says nugget to share with the people. Aaron Lawrence is the only reggae Reggae Boy's goalkeeper to score a goal for Jamaica? That's one of Simon's favorite questions to ask. Big up yourself, Sports City. Simon Preston. He always asks that question. So I figure that by now he will not be asking it because everybody's supposed to know the answer now because every time he's on a platform, he asks that question. I think everyone knows the answer by now. So big up yourself, Simon Preston. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. As usual, the video is powered by Tricknick Restaurant and Jerk Seasoning. Check out them at their new restaurant.